wave your rainbow flags, shout queers for Palestine, but Hamas throws gays off roofs, yeah, that's your front line. No kings rally screaming against Trump the dictator king, then free Maduro chants oppression's your thing. I'll go preaching doom, climate's on fire, while jets sitting private, mansions piled higher. Obama slams fossils, but his wealth's energy tied. Hypocrites in suits, taking us for a ride. You talk big game, but your actions scream lies. Left-wing phonies under liberal skies. Oh, the hypocrisy of the left, it's a rock and roll scam, pushing rules for us, but you don't give a damn. Higher taxes for the rich, Clinton's dodging with ease. Bernie wants $15, but pay staff on their knees. Tolerance preaching, but shut down the right. Free speech for you, conservatives out of sight. Hypocrisy rock, yeah, you're full of it now. Left-wing lies, take a bow. Condemning violence after Trump takes a shot, but BLM riots, mostly peaceful, what a crock. Affordable housing for all, that's your cry, but NIMBY and Frisco, no bills in your sky. Obama blasts Wall Street, then cashes their checks, millions in speeches, hypocrite wrecks. Oversight for Republicans, grill them to the bone, but Biden scandals, leave them alone. You champion rights, but ally with kings. Saudi abuses, nah, that's your blame. Oh, the hypocrisy of the left, it's a rock and roll scam, pushing rules for us, but you don't give a damn. Gun control for peasants, but God's at your door. School choice for poor kids, nah, elites want more. White House slams all the families' fortunes crude. COVID lockdowns for us, Newsom dines in the nude. Hypocrisy rock, yeah, you're full of it now. Left-wing lies, take a bow. Human rights abroad, only when it fits your game. Ignore the tyrants if they're in your fame. Private schools for Obama kids, vouchers, hell no. Fossil fuel haters with oil cash flow. You virtue signal loud, but your mask slips away. Phony baloney in the USA. Oh, the hypocrisy of the left, it's a rock and roll scam, pushing rules for us, 2020. Circus. Yo, it's 2020, Ching Sang Circus. New clouds in the street. Less Kim abolish. Rocking the drummer seats. Pulling to Minneapolis, LA to the rest. Protest so ridiculous, they fail every tax. Got the mic, let's roast this match. No tax, race flags. Hypocrisy on blast. Here come the rocket tax. Bulletproof suit up like a kid's birthday going wrong. Giant inflatable frauds, unicorns, zippers in the prom, chickens, hot dogs, clowns trying to disarm the feds. Where frog gets pepper right in the fit at his Bible bread. Tactical frivolity? Nah, that's just kind of Irish degree. All academics die like geek symbolism. See, boy, top big tech, switch to DVDs in the bus, but still post on phones. Man, logic got melt the ice, 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 melt the ice. Minneapolis madness, y'all. Minneapolis madness, hundreds of dildos a flight over the fence of ice. Bouncing left and right, put your own supporter. Truck coming to shame, dude yelling, I'm on charge. Y'all still throwing game. Rage nigga of the ice beast, sparkly nails on flick. Hit big protest pics on your fingers. Big technique. American girl golf with tiny signs in hand. Hurts to say school ice. Yo, that's the brand. Young as the coffee shop drama, yanking dudes from drinks, filming it like it's revolution, man. What y'all think? Real warrior chases ice agent down the block. Dude running scared. Bottle combat, he's blind. False prophets to deny, so can't 2020 rap again. Intimidation tactics, nah. This acadism turn. You interrupt church service, face act, slap him down. Live scream to your rest. Only a boppers and crown. Clergy at the hippo chanting their lies, kick ice house. It is a city hall, reading stories while blocking the power. Swarm front tower, occupy the floor. Can't think of names like it's an open mic war. Fake ice boosters got so paranoid. This town stealing flowers from dead women. What tells your tale? And now this fool last, six match hotel blast on a hunch. Roars run wild, y'all punch first, ass lunch. Melt the ice, ice, ice. Shoot, team spray. Melt the ice, ice, ice. Melt the ice. Melt the ice. Melt the ice. Minneapolis madness. So keep knitting, keep going, keep dressing to serve. While the rest watch laughing at every word. Nudgy ice flows 2026 foolery. Class English on words, Mandarin, straight tragic comic. Ice. Get pop.
All right, there we go. A little hip hop for you this evening. Some people really like it and some people hate it. So there you go. I kind of like it. It's a little nostalgic. I also get tired of it pretty quick. Yes, that's JRL. JRL Investigates, upper left corner. Hello, everybody. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth. My name's Ian, broadcasting live from my studios here in my backyard in Starship Studios in Southwest Florida, broadcasting live tonight worldwide on YouTube, the world's largest broadcast platform. And we're broadcasting all the way to you tonight on fiber optic. We're glass all the way to the net, baby. And we've had very good luck with that. We've lost one show in 6 months because of my fiber optic service. So that's not bad. And they were having an outage, and it happens. Okay, let's see what is going on. There's a lot going on tonight, but nothing really major, unless you're in the Northeast. If you're in the Northeast, well, there's something going on. We've got a huge blizzard going on right now up in the Northeast. Oh, and here's my co-host, Mama Bleep. Say hello to everybody, Mom Bleep. What are you doing? Was it stretch time? Man, cats stretch a lot. Have you ever noticed that? I must stretch about 10 times more than I do. Why do you stretch so much, Mom Kitty? You know, not going to talk tonight? She's very shy on the air, as you guys know. When you guys aren't on, she just running a mile a minute. But yeah, when you guys come on, she gets a little shy. That's all right, Mom Kitty. That's all right. All right, so anyway, yeah, that upper left is JRL Investigates. He does good work, and I cover him quite a bit. Hello, everybody. Hello, Yellow, Jungle, Dehydrated. Hello, Canna Club, Charlotte's Rock. Lots of you guys are back tonight. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Heath, thank you for being here. Matt, first one in tonight. Thank you for being here. And, yep, lots of folks out there, and I do really appreciate that. Thank you for coming in, Jungle. And let's see, I think that's everybody so far that I've seen in the chat. But thank you, everybody, for being here. Oh, let me change my chat to live chat, just in case. If it gets busy, it'll start truncating, and I don't want it to do that. Okay, yep, Mama Bleep. This is Mama Bleep. Mama Bleep is, she's 8 or 9 years old, and she was wild, but she wandered up here, and I started feeding her, and she had a couple of kittens, and she needed help with those, so she brought them to me, and her and I have been best friends ever since, so I'm kind of like the adopted father. Yeah. And so that's Mama Bleep, and now she's fixed. She's been fixed now for 6 or 7 years, and she lives here in the studio. She's literally, her official address is right here, apartment A. It's the studio here on the property, and she even gets a little pissy when I let the other cats come in here. It's kind of funny. She's like, "This is my place, dude. I don't like all them other cats in here." Yep, we're glad you guys are all here. Hey, Raven. Thank you for being here. You thought of a new Trumpanol product. Well, I'm getting ready to make some more. So yeah, if you come up with it, I was thinking about like a Depends product, like Trump Depends, where you know if Trump's so bad that you shit your pants all the time, you can wear Trump Depends. Does that sound good? Trump Depends. I like that. Yeah, so I've been thinking of some too. Trumpanol infused face masks. That could help. But then they'd put it on and start feeling better and then take it back off and then put it back on and I don't know. But yeah, that could work. That's a good one there too. We could do anything. Trumpanol shower wipes. Trumpanol soap products. I mean, whatever we got to do to get these people to quit being so deranged all the time. Good evening, Victor. Thank you for being here, man. Hey, Chris, what's up, man? Good evening from the blizzard. Are you one of the people who are without electricity tonight? Because there is a number of those, and we're going to be looking at those on the map here in just a few minutes. Hi, Mama. Can I help you with something? Why don't you take the next segment, okay? They say it's boring when you take the segment. I don't know. All right, so, but you can see here, Worcester County, which I'm sure they pronounce Worcester County, but 3100 out there. Here's where Georgetown is, Sussex County. And we're looking at 38,000 out there. I mean, every one of these is big. There's just a lot of them. Lots of counties out. But this isn't the worst of it. It gets worse as you move up. Here we go. Atlantic City, 12,000 people without power, currently under a special weather statement. But then we get up here and it gets a lot worse. Not too bad, not too bad down here. But once we move up and get up into this area here, it gets really bad. And here we go. We've got some areas here for 13,000 without electricity. This is a big one here. 156,000 people. Pretty much this entire, that's 85.9% of the population. So pretty much almost everybody in this entire county here, which includes Provincetown, and also Falmouth, This area here is almost completely without electricity. Nantucket Island currently 8,000 without power, but that's over half the island. Down here, Dukes County, and Dukes County is Chomark and what is it, Edgartown? Edgartown looks like 43% of that island is without electricity. And remember, they're getting very cold temperatures tonight. They're sitting under feet of snow. And this is coastal towns. This is not up in the Midwest somewhere. This is out on the coast. So it's going to be a very cold night for areas south of Boston up here and east of Providence in Rhode Island. It's going to be in Massachusetts. It's going to be a really hard night up here. These people are prepared for this, though. Like with us in the hurricanes, the people out west for the earthquakes, they do know what to do. There's a lot of locals that have lived here their whole life, and this is not their first blizzard. But I will tell you, some areas are getting snowfall that brings them back 30 years, 40 years in the record books. So we're breaking records all over the place. This is a significant snowfall. The good news is you can see the low pressure system has moved up here now, and you can almost see where it's at. Of course, this goes off the radar, but you can almost see the low sitting there. And this is going to continue to move off to the northeast. And as it does, it will draw the rest of this out. But you can still see there's quite a downward push of air coming right in here like this, and that's bringing all that cold air in out of Canada. We are seeing some lake effect snow. You can see that there. And like I said, places up here towards Bangor, Maine, and Halifax up in Canada. These areas up here could easily see some more snow overnight tonight, maybe another foot, as much as a foot. But areas down here, Washington, Philadelphia, Scranton, Albany, Boston, these areas down here, I think, are going to be slowing down through the night. I don't see another huge blast of snow, but you will be getting light flurries through the night as this system comes down. This will eventually move off, and when it does, it will bring all this with it. But then the melt begins. This is a lot of snow to melt. There could even be some flooding concerns. I don't know. If the higher elevations still have 2 feet of snow on the ground from an earlier storm from 2 weeks ago, I'm not sure. But if they do, then we're adding this on top of it. We could have a really good snow melt. So that's something up there that they watch for. New record in Rhode Island, 36 inches. Yep. There you go. That's from Chris. I got to tell you, it's bad no matter where you're at up there. From all the way up the eastern seaboard. Everything pretty much north of Virginia, including Virginia, is pretty much getting some of it. And Heath, I don't think any of the snow got down as far as us up there, but it's close. There is some precipitation. Let me put this in winter mode and see what we got here. See if this is... yeah, there is snow. There's snow a couple counties north of you. But it's you may or may not get a dusting overnight. You may already have a little bit. I don't know. But all this is snow you can see coming down here. And I'll put this back into motion. This is basically the radar, but it's got the winter layer, which kind of shows us a little bit more of the rain is green. And then, of course, anything you see in blue is going to be snow. Anything in pink is going to be coming down as a winter mix. And it looks like it's all coming down as snow. And like I said, it's just not too far north of you, Heath. I mean, there's a chance with the mountains it's coming down. And there is a chance that this area here could see some snowfall, a little bit of snow overnight. So I think it's entirely possible. This seems to be like a little fetch going on here. And this is coming down. So there you go. Could be a little bit of white even as far down as the North Georgia line in the mountains up there. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. That could be interesting. Let me take a look at something real quick. Oh. Yeah, I don't see any snow on the ground up there on the live cams. No, I don't think there's anything right now. The main webcam in downtown is down, which really sucks. Oh, this one's working. Nope, nothing going on right now. This is downtown Blairsville, Georgia, guys. There's my little... I did a walkthrough of that place if you're interested. The little old courthouse there. Really, really cool place. But this is downtown Blairsville, Georgia. And I don't think it has a temperature, but suffice it to say it's freaking cold. No, I don't see a temperature anywhere on the screen. Let's see. No. But yeah, it's definitely at or below freezing there probably. But no snow yet. But we'll have to wait and see if it makes it down this far. I really didn't think it was coming down that far, but it looks like it might. All right, so there's a lot of different things going on tonight. I can't find a whole lot in the way of protesting in Portland right now. It's probably just the usual frog guy. But we did. Let's switch gears here a little bit, and let's go and talk about the seismic monitor, the MIC monitor here, because we've got a situation brewing. Look at this, guys. We've had some major seismic activity here. I've turned off everything except yesterday and today. It makes it easier for the broadcast. Yesterday, a 7.1 in Borneo, but we also have this one up here, a 6.1 Fox Islands. That's in the Aleutian Island chain, off of the tip there of Alaska, and that 6.1 is pretty good. I mean, that's a pretty good quake there. 6.1. That's and you can see there's quite a cluster there. And pretty much just a lot of earthquakes all over the globe today. It was a pretty active day today, and the pink ones you can see is from yesterday. So pretty active yesterday, pretty active today. So keeping an eye on that. So far, I'm not getting any big news about any tsunami warnings, but we do watch out for those. If anybody hears anything about a tsunami or a tsunami warning, let me know about stuff like that. But anyway, that is your seismic report. It has been busy out there, also in California, and also in Nevada, and then down in South America too, along the Pacific coast in South America. A number of quakes down there, the biggest of which of 5.3. So lots of earthquakes around, guys. We're keeping an eye on that. We could be in a season where we're going to see these flurries like this. They say that seismic stuff is not really affected much by the sun, or not really affected much by terrestrial weather, not really affected much by anything but just movement of the tectonic plates and the pressure being exerted from the mantle below. And I don't know. Is that true or not? And I would love to, now that we've got AI, I would love to dump in 30 years of seismic reports and 30 years of solar reports and see if we can find any direct correlation. There has to be some correlation. All right, anyway. No, Victor, I haven't, but let me take a quick look. Hold on. Always interested in planetary alignments. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't be, right? Let's take a quick look here. Let's see. What in the hell? There we go. All right. In the evening of February 28th, a rare six-planet alignment or parade featuring Mercury, Venus, Neptune, Saturn, Uranus, not mine, and Jupiter will be visible shortly after sunset in the western sky. While not a perfectly straight line in space, these planets will appear arranged along an elliptic plane, with Venus, Mercury, and Saturn and Jupiter potentially visible to the naked eye, while Uranus and Neptune will require binoculars or a telescope. And you can watch this immediately after sunset on February 28th. February 28th is going to be this coming Saturday night. And of course, we'll be on the air, so we can probably pull something up. They are visible to the naked eye, all except for two of them. So there is two that require binoculars. You're scanning for a tight cluster of Venus and Mercury low on the horizon. Then shift your gaze higher and toward the east to locate Saturn, Uranus, and finally Jupiter. The celestial event offers a 2026 specific chance to see most of the solar system's planet literally in one shot, which is kind of cool. It doesn't happen all that often, so that's kind of really cool. Let's see here. Do I have a... here we go. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. Now, I will tell you, two of them are not going to be able to be seen by the naked eye, so it's not going to be quite as cool as you think, but it's still going to be neat. You're going to want to look to the southwest right after sunset. Victor, remind me that night. We'll put this out there the night before. Pluto got a raw deal. We can't see it from here anyway, but yeah, Pluto got a raw deal. The truth is there's a lot of planets out there, planetoids out there the size of Pluto. I think what they did to Pluto is ignorant, though. These scientists, once they think they've discovered everything, they got to find something else to discover. So what they'll do is discover that their previous work wasn't right. It's pretty stupid, but whatever. I know, isn't that crazy, Charlotte, that they would change? I think the whole changing it was stupid, but that's just me. I don't agree with most of what they do in public education nowadays. So there you go. Why would that be any different? But anyway, that's the planetary alignment. Thank you for that, Victor, for reminding me of that. And we'll get that out there. And again, we'll talk about it as it gets closer. All right, and spaceweather.com, this segment here I get off of spaceweather.com. We're going to talk about what's going on right now. We've got a solar hole. The solar hole, yeah, it sounds like a bar. Let's see if I think I got some graphic here I can show you. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. There we go. All right, so basically this is what they call a coronal hole, and it's not a sunspot. Right now there's actually no actual sunspots on the sun. We have a clean disk right now. For the first time in 4 years, we have a clean disk. However, we've got this large solar hole right in the middle, and it is allowing solar wind to blow from the sun. Arriving earlier than expected, a high-speed stream of solar wind is buffeting the Earth's magnetic field on February 23rd. A minor G1 class geomagnetic storm currently is underway, and that's the upper right picture that you see up there. That's from Lapland, and that is a live shot of an aurora borealis, upper right screen. God bless. Every time this goes down, this cartoon plays, and I don't even know what it is. It's some kind of a Bible cartoon. Heath, I think they're trying to tell me something. I don't know, maybe. All right, I'll get back to that in just a minute. But anyway, they're trying to church me up a little bit. All right, right above me here, these are shots of winter cams all in the Northeast. A bunch of different rotating shots of different cams. And you can see there's Times Square and different ones. And then in the upper center there, that is... did that change? That's coming. It was coming in from a TV station, but it's just different shots of... Yeah, it's different shots of New York. The one in the center upper is different shots of New York. And then in the upper right, that's Lapland. and that is we're watching live auroras. You can see them there in the left side of the screen. Well, what do you want me to show? All the storm chasers have shut down because it's got too hazardous out there, and I'm showing multiple web cameras. Currently, 5 different web cameras of the blizzard area. And I've shown the radar twice, and I'm going to be doing more temperatures. I've also gone in depth county by county on the power outages. So I'm sorry if you missed all that. I'll definitely go through it again before we get off. Okay, so anyway, there's your coronal hole. And so that's what that means. It's just basically going to give us a shot of, over the next few days, some more G1 class solar storms. Not a real big deal. But anyway. All right, so that's all we got from there. The current Aurora oval. Here, I've got that. Let's see if I can just do this. Yep, there we go. That's your current Aurora oval. That's from NOAA. That's your Aurora forecast here. And you can see right now, anybody in Canada should have some shot at viewing this thing, but probably not going to be coming down. Of course, with the blizzard going on, probably not seeing much of the sun in the north, or the sky in the northeast anyway. So there you go. All right, so let me just take a few seconds here to go ahead and turn. Where did that go? Let me turn off. Man, I got too much stuff on here. It's so bad. There we go. Turn that back to radar. And let's go back and look at the radar screen here. There is no storm chasers out right now. I could pull up a few more cameras here. I don't know what these cameras are going to show. See, there's just not... I don't have any cameras up in the blizzard area that are working. All right, so anyway, the UV5R Mini. Don, can I tell you something? The biggest problem with these Chinese radios is they're all too damn small. The last thing I want is a smaller one. I've got the UV25, the one they call the brick, and I got the UV32. I like the bigger ones. I like the bigger the better. The more wattage, the better. The bigger the frame, the better. I like something I can really clock some liberal over the head with. I like something that, you know, it's a man radio, man. I mean, you look at this thing, UV25. Nobody messes with. When I'm carrying this around, I have to have a permit. I mean, it's that big. Look, this thing here, you can club somebody with this thing. There was a guy one night, I was working the road with the sheriff's department, right? And I was running this guy's name, and he's standing there. He's a nice guy. He was like, hey, this and that, but he seemed a little nervous. And so I was running his name, and because he was driving a car, right? And I said, well, just, you know, I pulled him over for, I don't know what it was, a stop sign or some stupid shit. And I just wanted to make sure he wasn't drunk. I wasn't even going to write him a ticket. And I get him pulled over, and I get him out, and we're standing there between the cars. And all of a sudden, the woman on the radio comes back and says, that subject you're out with, John Smith, has 2 warrants out of Collier County. And right as she said that, he shoved me in the chest back up against my police car like that. And I had my Motorola STX radio. They used to weigh about 20 pounds. I had it in my right hand like this, and I had his driver's license in my left hand. And he shoved me back, and I went back over the bar in the hood like this. And when I came back up, I karate chopped him with that radio. As he was turning to run, I just karate chopped him with the radio. And he was unconscious. We had to get EMS to come take him to the hospital. And every time I look at this radio, it reminds me of that story that night in 1996 on the side of the road, not far from here, where I clubbed a guy one night with an STX radio. But anyway, I love the big radios. Big. I love big. This battery, 3,800 milliamps, lasts all day and all night. It does standby for about, 72 hours. It puts out 8 to 10 watts. It's got this big, huge antenna, or you can take it off and put a smaller one on. I just like the bigger radios, guys. I do. And the other one I really like is the UV32. And listen, if you guys are not in the radios or not yet, you can buy these for 45 bucks. They're cheap. Have your own radio. Listen to your own stuff around your own town. Program it with your own computer. Get into radios. We'll help you get your license. It's really, really cool. Well, there you go, dehydrated. A Yaesu. I got a Yaesu FT710, Yaesu FT100 here. I love Yaesu equipment. I also have another Yaesu VHF up here. I got Kenwood. I got ICOM. But when it comes to my little portables, it's Chinese, baby. You get the biggest bang for the buck. 1,000 channels, 10 watts, built like a public safety radio. Really, really nice radio, right? You can get these for under 50 bucks. I think you give them 35 bucks now. And it receives on 6 bands and transmits on 3. You cannot beat these radios, man. And even if you're not in the radios, if you're just a survival guy, or you're somebody that just wants to be prepared, or somebody that likes to show your friends how tricked out your shit is, there's what you do. Brian, thank you for joining, buddy. Appreciate it. Welcome aboard the Starship. Pick up your uniforms and meet us in the mess hall. All right, so anyway, those are what you need in your prepper kit because they're USB-C charging. They have long life. They receive very well. You can buy throw antennas that you just throw up in the tree, and suddenly now you've got a base radio at 10 watts. It's amazing. Well, dehydrated water. It doesn't matter. You're allowed to own any radio you want as long as you don't transmit it on the wrong frequencies. It's almost like, in Florida, you're allowed to own a gun, right? It's when you pull the trigger, you get in trouble, or when you brandish it, you get in trouble. It's the same thing with a radio. Although you can brandish your radio all you want, it's when you pull the trigger that you get in trouble. And so all you got to do when you program your radio, you can literally program it not to transmit on certain frequencies. Like my fire frequencies here, they still use them for a simulcast. My radio, it goes bom, bom, bom. I got it turned off. I will never have a reason to talk on that channel, and I'm not allowed to talk on that channel. So why would I? And so I just got it bonked out. Aircraft, I got all turned off. Because I'm not going to be, obviously, most of them just receive aircraft, not transmit it. But you got 3 bands. You got 220, 440, and you've got 2 meter. So that's 2 meter, and then 1.25 meters, which is the 220 band. And then you got 70 centimeters, or if you're in England, it's 70 sims, and you got that. That is, so it picks up, it transmits on 3 bands and it receives on 6 because you also have aircraft and weather and all these other bands. So it's something I would want to have in my survival kit because if nothing else, it'll pick up when you're like up on a mountain or somewhere or out in a clear field. You could hold that thing upright and go to the weather channels and you'll hear a NOAA weather radio on all of the channels because it picks up that well. That it picks up the NOAA weather radio for here. It picks up all of them. It picks up like 5 different ones. When I'm up at the cabin on my mountain, I can sit there and every single channel has a NOAA weather radio on it. So that's what's nice about having these is they also pick up FM, like my radio station, 92.5 Fox News, picks that up, no problem. There's a button, boom, you can go all through the FM dial. Like I said, it picks up a lot of stuff. I got my local power companies programmed into it. I got all the ham radio stuff, GMRS, FRS, MURS. Those are all public or public licensable channels that you can use. There is channels you can legally use in there, and you can get a GMRS license for 35 bucks and no test, and you and your whole family can use them and be perfectly legal. So, again, if you want to do a little bit of study and a little bit of work, then you're good. Yes, the MURS frequencies and the FRS frequencies. Now, FRS is a little squirrely because you're supposed to use a type accepted radio, but that gets really complicated. Here's the thing to remember. If it's the end of the world or a life and death situation, it doesn't matter. You can call whatever you want. Because if it's the end of the world, it don't matter. And if it's a life and death situation, as long as you can show that there was a life and death situation, you're allowed to talk on any frequency. You know, if someone's dying, you're allowed to reach over and pick up the mic in a police car and call for help. It's called good faith. You see what I mean? So you're allowed to do that. If, let's say there's a bad accident and all you have is Marine Band, you can call the Coast Guard station near you and report things to them. You're not supposed to, but if it's life and death, it's legal. You can also use these radios to scan. You can scan by frequency or scan by programmed mode. Like if you programmed in a bunch of frequencies, you can scan the ones you programmed in, or you can just openly scan all the frequencies. It starts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and just start scanning through them. You can use it for anything. And so that's why I strongly recommend, even if you're not a ham radio guy, you don't want to be a ham radio guy, I still think it's a good project to get one of these radios, make sure it comes with the programming cable. When it comes, download Chirp, which is a free program, and then go in there and you can download the channel banks and they go right in. Everything's really easy. And then next time your power's out, there's a blizzard, there's a hurricane, there's an earthquake, whatever, you could hear potentially the businesses around you, the schools around you. I've got 1,000 channels programmed into my radio, and 400 of them are from my local area. I've got all the schools. They don't transmit, they just receive. I've got all of the government frequencies. Again, they just receive only. I got all kinds of the aircraft frequencies for all of the towers around me. I have my power company. I have my utilities. I have them all programmed in there. Now, a lot of them have gone to higher frequencies and different things, but there's still a lot you can hear. Even in some smaller towns, you can still hear fire, EMS, and law enforcement on these older frequencies. Yes, I agree with that. NOAA weather radios. And if I was camping or something, I would have this radio. It's something you can put on your side, and now that you and your other people can all get a hold of each other, and you've got NOAA weather radio and commercial radio right there. You can get your local talk radio station to get traffic. You can get your NOAA weather radio. The 24-hour voice of the National Weather Service. So lots of different things you can do with it. I love these radios. I think they're amazing. And then I got one in the car. I don't have it in here to show you, but I got one in the car, a Radtel, that actually picks up a whole shitload of low band frequencies and single sideband and stuff like that, and actually picks up a whole lot more than these other radios, and it's now under $50. So anyway, there you go. It's a good thing to have these radios, and even if you're not going to get into the HF or the ham bands or anything else, yep, that's the Marine Emergency Channel there, and that channel is the only frequency that the government monitors 24/7, 365. There's no ham frequencies that are monitored by government. There's no public safety open channels that they monitor for you to use. There is no other frequency where you can pick up and go, hey government, this is private citizen, I've got an emergency. There is no other frequency. But Marine 16, 156-800, that frequency with an open PL, no tone, no PL, that frequency right there, if you go on there and say, emergency, emergency, emergency. My name is so-and-so. I'm located here and I have a life and death emergency. Hello, Coast Guard, are you there? And they will answer you. And you can then relay your information to the Coast Guard dispatcher at the Coast Guard station. We've got towers all up and down the East Coast here, and they're always listening to that frequency. And yes, railroads, another great thing you can listen to on these radios. Most railroads are still in the VHF and UHF bands. So yes, it does pick up those frequencies as well. It also, a lot of them will pick up military frequencies. I don't know what you're going to hear there. Probably not much. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff there too. So if you decide you want to buy one of these, go back and look. I've got some reviews, but they're older. The one I'm recommending right now, of all the radios I bought, the 3 or 4 I'm recommending is the UV32, which is the public safety style radio. The only drawback to this radio, no belt clip. That's the only thing I don't like. Everything else I love. It's in banks. I'm not too much on that, but it's okay. Nice big huge screen. And you can see there everything all on the screen at one time. Used to be the Baofeng would either show you the channel number, the frequency number, or the channel name. Remember that? The new Baofengs and the new Radtels show you all 3 of those pieces of information all at once for all of the channels that it's showing. So really, really cool. Yep. So that's the one I like, UV32. Of course, if bigger is better, the UV25 is the biggest radio they make out of China right now. It's a full 10 watts. It comes with this big, huge tubular antenna that actually has shitloads of gain. And this is a great radio. So UV25 or the UV32 are the 2 I recommend, or the Radtel 880. The Radtel 880 is pretty good, although it still seems like there's some bugs with it. I'm going to tell you, there's a few bugs with it, but for $45 or whatever, it's a full feature radio that works great in a Go kit. Well, there you go. Yeah, they monitor. So you've got an emergency channel. Now, don't ever use it unless you can show a life or death situation. That's the only thing I caution you about. Don't have them show up and say, that party's been going on for 3 hours and they need to disperse, because you'll get in big trouble. But if they show up and a guy's laying there bleeding, you're going to be fine. It's perfectly legal. All right, so the best thing to do is call 911 on your cell phone. That is always the best way to get help. When you dial 911, they can get your location, and they're right there, and they have your number, and they can call you back, and it's the best way to get help. But if you don't have a working cell phone, channel 16 Marine Band, which you can program into any of these radios, would be the channel you would use to get help. Okay, so there we go. Let's go ahead and get into the news roundup here. Mama, you're messing my mat all up, baby girl. Look what you're doing. It's all messed up now. You don't care, do you? You act like you just don't care. All right, so let's see what's going on out there. Oh, God, I saw Schmuck Schumer. All right, the first thing I want to talk about, there's another bombshell here. A source now dropping a bombshell. The Nancy Guthery doorbell image captured on a separate date. In one photo, the suspect is seen outside Guthery's home without a backpack. One of Nancy Guthery's Nest doorbell camera images released by the FBI was taken on a different date than the others. A source with knowledge of the investigation confirmed to Fox News Digital on Monday. The new details indicate the masked suspect scouted the home in advance of the 84-year-old Guthery's suspected abduction on February 1st. The source declined to specify what day the earlier image was taken, citing a continuing active investigation. That's always bullshit. They always use that excuse, and as I've told you, 90% of the time, it's complete horseshit. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos tells Fox News that the information did not come from him. Of course not, because he's released no information at all. He doesn't feel like he has to. Yeah, he doesn't, and I'm looking, let me see if I can open image in a new tab. Bring this one over, turn it on right there. And hey, you guys. All right, here we go. This is the 2 images we're talking about, and you can clearly see these are definitely 2 different days. The jacket's the same, pants the same, shoes maybe not. I don't know. The shoes, I don't know. But he has no holster on in that other image, and he has no backpack on. So they're saying that that was taken on a different day, but it was included in this package that they put out so that hopefully it would help people identify who this person is. But that's the image. Hey, comics and robots, permission granted. Come on aboard. We'll get a tractor beam. We'll get you in tow. All right. Let's see. So this is it. This is the picture. They say that the one on the right was taken days or weeks earlier, and the one on the left was taken the night that she disappeared. That gun does not fit in that holster, and that holster is being worn in a way that only people that have never shot a gun in their life would wear a holster. I was a cop. I'm telling you, I've been through the police academy. There's no way anybody would ever wear a gun like that, because the whole time you're running, it's banging on your dick. Okay, so obviously you're not going to carry sorry for the language. Sorry, you're not going to carry a gun like that because it's riding on your pecker the whole way down the road. Unless this is a chick. It don't look like a chick, though. It looks like a guy that's a little thick. And I don't mean muscular. I just mean thick. He's like a thicker guy. Somebody said he looked thinner. Look at those legs. That's not thinner. There's nothing thinner about that. That's a guy probably with legs like mine that are not just like average. They're not like thin, though. They're like maybe a little thicker than average type. I don't know. But nobody would ever wear that holster like that. I'm not even sure if it's a real gun. It could be like one of those stupid BB guns that they painted black or something. All right, so I'll leave this up for just a minute here. Authorities have alternately asked for neighbors to check their home security systems for the entire month of January, the night of January 11th, and the hours surrounding Guthery's disappearance between January 31st and February 1st. The suspected scouting visit was first reported by ABC News, citing unnamed sources. The revelation also indicated that whatever data the FBI and Google assessed to recover the missing video included more than just a final event in her camera's memory. Guthery's doorbell camera disconnected at 1:47 a.m. on the night she was taken, according to the Pima County Sheriff's Department. At 2:12, one of her cameras registered a person but did not record the event. This image released by the FBI shows an armed individual appearing to have tampered with the camera at Nancy Guthery's front door the morning of her disappearance in Tucson, Arizona, Sunday, February 1st. Fox News Digital has reached out to the sheriff, but he's not going to respond because they never do. They don't feel like they have to. Let me see if I can just drag this over. Guthery is the mother of the Today Show host, Savannah Guthery. Everybody knows that. Anyone with information that could crack the case or provide information, call 1-800-CALL-FBI. That's 1-800-CALL-FBI. So there you go. Monkey. Alright, so let me see if I can find some more videos. Let's see if we've got anything going on right now. Let me go through the whole thing here. Every night they've got Hook Global's got Bernie Sanders on here. This is what you do. Yep, Fat Patriots on, but He's got one upright view, and it's of nothing. Let's see here. Nope. Nada, nada. Yep, I got home at 8:30 and went on at 9, so I really had not a lot of show prep. And I get here and the cats are all freaking out. And I'm like, what is wrong? You know what it is? They're cold. I got a bunch of old cats. These cats are all um, Mama's 8 or 9. I got Blue, who's 8 or 9. I got Daddy, who's 10. I got the two boys, which are 3 years old each. And then I got Ed, which is 10. And these old cats, they were all hovering around the door screaming. And I opened the door to the bedroom. The three of them don't live in the bedroom. They only go in there when it's cold. But they knew it's cold. We're cold. It's in the mid 40s already out there, and it's going to drop well into the 30s tonight down here. And so they were all hovering around the door waiting, and I haven't even got the heater on in there yet. So I've got it on in there now. Heater's on. I got 5 cats in my room, and I will probably put Shadow Lynn in here with Mama Bleep. And the studio stays warm because all the computers stay on all night, so I don't use heat in here. Yes, I had Taco Bell, and I woofed it down just before the show while I was doing prep. That's all they want, dispatch. That's all they want. Trust me. They get everything they need from me. They get one big can of wet food a day, and I have 2 of them with bad teeth, so they get a lot of that wet food. I make sure that the 2 of them get a lot of it. And then they have unlimited supply of dry food. There's a feeding station outside on the ground because that way the little baby can get to it. And I got like wild ones outside, and I feed all them out there. And then I have another, then food and water, and then I got food and water station in the dining room, and then I have a food and water station in my bedroom, and then I have a food and water station out here. So there's 4 places these cats can eat depending on where they're at. And when I feed them wet food, I take those really thin, cheap paper plates. They're called cheap, but they're not cheap. But you know what I mean. They come in a big stack, and you split them up into little single plates. I buy those, and then I take 2 or 3 of them at a time, and I rip them in half. And then that gives me these little half plates, and I put a little bit of food on each one. Some cats can eat 2 to a plate, some can't. I have to make sure they all get their food. Like the roach alien in Men in Black. Yeah, Joey, I agree. Join a local ham club. It's a good way to get, go ahead and get your license. They'll help you with that. Some clubs are better than others. Ours got kind of corrupt here, but I think it's on the way back now. But yeah, there's a lot of good clubs out there, and don't let them get you down. Sometimes your local club will be slapped full of geriatrics, and they're just a bunch of old curmudgeons. Don't let them get you down. Just tell them to shut up if they get to be too much. All right, I got that link. I don't know what it is. I'm just going to stick it in. When my moderators put links in, I just trust them. All right, so here we go. Let's see what this is. I'm going to throw this in the upper left corner there. Did it not work? Oh no, it didn't. Why are you licking me? Why? Why? She's tasting me in case she's going to eat me later or something? Hey, how does that work? I ran a call like that, but I don't think I'm going to tell you guys about it. Oh, the new workplace, it's going well. Going well. Yeah, it's it's going well. I don't know what else to say. The electronics are a bit amazing. I don't have. I got a few pictures here. Let me see what I can show you guys here. Um, I we're not doing a lot of pictures and stuff yet because the thing's still it's still literally being built, but we're in there, and so oh crap! Didn't see that. Damn it! All the stupid ads playing. All right, so there's that link. I've seen this. This is great. I'll let this run for a minute. This is good. All right, so that's what my console looks like at work. Um, it's a bit crazy. It's a bit much. That's my call screener sits in the back there, and I sit in the front there, and then of course that's the where the host sits in there. Look at that. I'm not going to go through all these, but I just wanted to show you. That's what my board looks like. That's what producing the show looks like. That's Rich Kolko in there from Wink News, former FBI guy. He's a pretty cool guy. He does our show a lot. That's what the board looks like. Look at that. It's a bit amazing. This board is. Would you stop? You're getting ignorant. This very very complex board. It's completely programmable. All those buttons you see there are all programmable. This is an actual like TV screen in the middle. Would you stop? You're pissing me off. What are you doing? I'm on the show. You have to share attention with the. All right, that's it. Go. Bye. Bye. You're getting aggressive. Take off. Take off, hoser. I don't put up with that. What was that all about? She never gets like that. She's freaky tonight. This cold weather makes them freaky. All right. But yeah, that's what it looks like. That's literally what my board looks like. Um, it's really cool. Each of these buttons up here brings up a whole new section down here, and you can go through and you can adjust the processing on every mic individually. You can do all kinds of really neat stuff with it. So it's a really cool board. It's a really neat thing. That's what the talk studio looks like. And of course, you can see we're still building the thing. I mean, it looks a lot better than that now. They got all the studio lighting in there. They're putting up cameras in there to go on the air. We're going to be on TV and on radio coming up soon. So it's going to be pretty cool. But that's what my board looks like at work. And that's where I work right there. That's the. You are nuts tonight. You drew blood. First blood. This time it's cats. Not Sylvester Stallone. All right, so anyway, I just wanted you guys to see that. That's kind of what it looks like. I don't have a whole lot right now because we're not wanting to show it off yet because it's not done yet. You know, you want to wait till it's done. So when it's done, I'm going to give you guys the full tour. All right, it's an amazing place. Looks like we're going to end up with 3 network TV stations, about 12 digital TV stations, 15 radio stations on multiple, even more sticks than that, I don't know, and also 3 print media, all in that one building. All right. The Trojan Grant. I think I pronounced that right. Thank you for being here. And Janet, welcome back. Yep, we're glad you guys are here. I don't know about that. I know the only launch I know about is the one coming up tomorrow at 3:56 p.m. and it's taken off from Launch Pad 40 at Cape Canaveral. It's Starlink Falcon 9. It's tomorrow mid-afternoon. All right, so that's what we got there. All right, let's go back to here and let's finish our news roundup. So that was the latest on the Guthrie case. Was it appears that this guy came a different night, wearing some of the same clothing and possibly some different clothing, but he didn't have the gun on that night. So he probably was scoping it out and checking it out. That's kind of scoopy. More reports coming out that Biden is becoming very weak. He can hardly walk at this point. His inner circle now voicing concern over his rapid energy loss. First of all, he's got dementia. That does that. Number two, he's advanced age. That does that. Number three, he's got cancer. That does that. Number four, he's being treated for the cancer. That does that. Okay, so there's no surprise there. Oh my God, I'm not going to play it on here tonight, but Governor Newsom, douchebag Newsom, or as I call him, Governor Hare, he made some very racist statements. He walked in to a place where it was all mostly black folks, right? And he walked right in there and he started talking to him. And he said, look, I'm like you. I didn't score high on my tests either, and I'm not that smart. I'm just like you guys. Probably one of the more racist things I've heard said in a long time. There's nothing like relating to people by saying, hey, you're stupid, so am I. Let's relate. What a dope. Don't people read his shit before he goes out? I mean, I think it would be really good if he got some people to read his shit before he went out and said it in public. Yeah, I mean, I think he's terming out, but he's running for president. Make no mistake, you're gonna have this guy, the king of disaster, that has actually destroyed a city, then moved up and destroyed a state, and now he wants to run and destroy your country. So there we go. He wants to be the three-time loser by winning the next election, and there you go. But believe it or not, the other name that keeps coming up is Kamala. I've never had a deep thought in my life, Harris. And of course, AOC, who just recently, oh man, I wish I had that son of a bitch. Hold on. I gotta play this. It's just gonna take me a minute to pull it up. Hopefully Outlook won't give me a hassle. Or I might have to go to Google. I'm gonna go to Google. All right. Let's see if I can get this to come up. Why does it require all this thinking to pull up my email? Does anybody know? What's all the thinking about? What's it thinking about? Oh, I don't know. Oh, pull up this email. I don't know. That's a lot of email. I don't know. That's a lot of email. Okay, I guess so. Okay. I guess. Hang in there. Okay, so I want to find this that we played this on the show tonight, and this is AOC, and she has been made so much fun of because of her stupidity. If you remember, she was asked a question about Taiwan and China, and she couldn't answer it. I don't think she even knows where those two countries exist physically. I want you to listen to this, and I want you to tell me if you hear what I hear. This will be like at Christmas. Do you hear what I hear? Okay, you ready for this?
If you think that I don't understand foreign policy because out of hours of discourse about international affairs, I pause to think about one of the most sensitive geopolitical issues that currently exist on Earth, I'm afraid the issue is not my understanding, but rather the problem is perhaps you've gotten adjusted to a president that never thinks before he speaks. If you think that I don't understand foreign policy because out of hours of discourse about international affairs, I pause to think about one of the most sensitive geopolitical issues that currently exist on Earth, I'm afraid the issue is not my understanding, but rather The problem is perhaps you've gotten adjusted to a president that never thinks before he speaks. If you think that I don't...
So all that pausing she did and all the right that she did is all Trump's fault. But did you hear what's going on in the background? Could you guys hear it? Everybody thinks this clip's important because she's all like disheveled. Her voice sounds like she's been screaming at a rave party all night, which she probably has been. And she's back home here in her multi-room mansion, right? Did you guys hear in the background what was going on? Did you hear it? I'm going to play it again. And when you think you know what's going on in the background, put it in the chat.
I don't understand foreign policy because out of hours of discourse about international affairs, I pause to think about one of the most sensitive geopolitical issues that currently exists on Earth. I'm afraid the issue is not my understanding, but rather the problem is perhaps you've gotten adjusted to a president that never thinks before.
That's her boyfriend snoring in the background. Yes, it's snoring. You got it. Leah, you got it. That is her boyfriend snoring in the background. So not only is she disheveled and sound like she just got home from a rave and half drunk, and she's crying because she screwed up so bad on that foreign relations thing that she did. And not only that, but her boyfriend got so drunk being with her that he's already passed out on the bed and he's snoring. Yeah. I thought at first it was her bad gas, Heath, but then later I realized, no, it's her boyfriend snoring, which makes more sense. I'm sure she only eats the healthiest food. Ha ha. Let's see here. But yeah, that's the thing with her going on right now. That's AOC, Ocasio-Cortez, she thinks she's the heir apparent for president coming up. That's what she thinks. All right. Here's what douche Newsom said. I want you guys to hear what douche Newsom says. Hold on. You got to hear what douche Newsom says. Oh, I
press upon you. I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. And I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech. Maybe the wrong business to be in. I'm not trying to impress you.
So he basically went and told a whole room full of black folks that he relates to them because he don't read either. He relates to them because he don't test well either. You ever see me reading speeches? I don't read speech because, like you guys, I'm illiterate. What the F, dude? Is he stupid? Did he decide on a fly to do this? I mean, seriously, what's he thinking? What was she using her mouth for? I wonder. Yes, she is. AOC is definitely part of the socialist communist movement. She's working directly with Bernie Sanders right now. So yes, absolutely. It could have been, the drugs from the rave. Who knows? No, and that's not a doctored video. That's the way it was posted with the snoring, if that's the one you're talking about. Nope, that's the way that one was posted. All right, so let's see here. What else was there? Memdani is now begging people to show up to shovel snow. You believe this? He's saying, look, show up at any of our sanitation headquarters and pick up a shovel, pick up an application, and within an hour you'll be working for the city of New York. But guess what? There's one caveat. You have to bring your ID. So you need ID to shovel snow for the city, but you don't need ID to vote for the President of the United States and 50 other positions. Think about that for a minute. And so they gave old Kami Memdani a hard time about this today. They're like, how come you don't think people should need an ID to vote, but yet you're requiring them to bring an ID to sign up to be a temporary snow shoveling specialist with the city of New York? What's going on with that? Yeah, the fact that Newsom can't read explains a lot, doesn't it? It explains a lot why he hasn't read things like the Constitution of the United States. Douche. He is such a douche. Oh, I really want that other one. Where's it at? AOC. Hold on. Here it is. AOC was asked a question about Venezuela. I think this is the one I'm looking for. Maybe not. I'm going to play it either way and make fun of it. How about that? That sounds like fun.
It is not a remark on who Maduro was as a leader. He canceled elections. He was an anti-democratic leader. That doesn't mean that we can kidnap a head of state and engage in acts of war just because the nation is below the equator. And it is not
There's only one problem with her statement. Does anybody know what it is? Venezuela is above the equator. It's in the northern hemisphere. She literally doesn't know what hemisphere this shit's in. Now, that's pretty messed up when you think about it. Damn, I really wish I could find that one I wanted you to hear. Nope, this isn't it. This is too old. Oh well. Oh, well, it's not a big deal. It certainly is not a big deal. I just, I thought that it would be funny to play it, but she basically, they asked her she's on a foreign policy trip. They ask her a foreign policy question, and she completely blows it. She is an absolute idiot. She's right up there with Kamala Harris, and just very shallow. doesn't understand the basics of anything, really. That's true, Matt. They really have the brain trust going there, don't they? I mean, you literally have two women that know nothing about anything, and you got Newsom, who everything he's ever done has caused failure and blight and distrust. It's kind of messed up when you think about it. Yeah, Gator, there is a lot going on, buddy. It's not no real big stuff, but it's a busy news cycle, for sure. Yep, more of Biden's people that his auto pin let out of prison are getting rearrested for new crimes, new victims. It's just amazing. Kind of crazy. All right, let's see. I don't see much else here. Vilmar came out and said, you know what needs to happen is the left needs to cut Hollywood loose. It's all this crazy bullshit out of Hollywood. You know, it's true. The left embraced Hollywood, and they embraced the leftist news, and they embraced LGBTQIA2S+. They embraced racial this and ethnic that. And they've embraced all this stuff, and they gave up on their actual base, which was the blue-collar worker, the union worker. They gave up on it and completely gave up on the whole concept of it. It's kind of crazy, really. All right, let me do a quick reset, guys. I'm going to take a 5-minute break, but I'm going to play a song. I'm going to come right back. I'm going to leave the screens up. I need to stand up for a minute, so that's what I'm going to do. But I do want to say hi to everybody. I am still having a hard time getting all my cameras to come up tonight, but you can see here. This is the studio. My name's Ian. This is Starship Studios, and we are live in North Fort Myers, broadcasting worldwide on YouTube. And this show is called The Sights and Sounds of Earth, and we are on every night at 9 p.m. right here from Starship Adventures, right here on YouTube on our main channel here. Our backup channel is Starship After Dark, and you can check that one out as well. We've got a feed up there all the time, at least one going all the time. All right, right now we've got some different feeds going around, and like I said, I'm going to take a 5-minute break. I'm going to play one song, and I'm going to be right back. So just hang in there, everybody, and the show will continue in just a few minutes. Yep, Ed Earl and Blue and Daddy and Littles and Ted are all already in my room with the heater on, and they're waiting for me to get there. And I'm going to bring Shadow Lynn in here with Bleep. So, and then the rest of them have a spot under the house that they go, and it stays pretty warm under there for them. So that's how we do it. Sunshine is on the way. I don't know which song that is. I have no idea which song that is. I have no idea. All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to play you guys a little song about Kurtzman Trek and how bad it is, because I think you guys should know it's really bad. All right, guys, I'll be back in just a few minutes. This is Starship Adventures. I'll be back in about 7 minutes. Please don't go away. Stay with us.
This one's for the real Trekkies, ones who remember when Star Trek meant something. Alex Kurtzman, you hack, consider this your send-off. You killed the franchise and we're singing over the grave. I used to beam up proud, watch the stars unfold. Bold explorers, logic sharp, stories pure as gold. Then came Kurtzman, Grim Reaper in a suit, turned the Enterprise into a woke-ass reboot. Cursing the day that clown sniffed around the set. Now it's teen drama trash, the franchise is dead. Greatest sci-fi ever, no, not anymore. You shat all over Roddenberry's core. Oh, Alex Kurtzman, you ruined Star Trek, woke Trek forever, what a pathetic wreck. Barefoot captains, pajama queens on the bridge, cadets fat and whiny, playing high school gigs. A checklist, virtue signaling lectures, Forescape pandering, feelings over vectors. You hate the show, you hate the fans, you hate the dream. Starfleet Academy, more like a bad fever dream. Beat me the hell out of here, Scotty, I'm done. Captain Alaake, Holly Hunter's barefoot joke, strutting in PJs, no shoes, someone's got a fetish poke. Talks like gravel in her mouth, sits like a smug damn cat, refuses to split a kid from a crook. Starfleet, where's that at? All power to forward shields while getting hit from behind. Technical idiocy shows you got no mind. Women always stronger, smarter, morally supreme. Men bumbling props in your feminist fever dream. Cadets supposed to be elite, fat, dumb, and out of shape, whining about love triangles, homesick tears on tape. Insubordination daily, no discipline in sight. Mouth off to superiors, get a hug, yeah that's right. Flat as cardboard, one-dimensional D-bots. Speed run arcs, faster than a warp core plot. Everyone's queer-coded, not representation, just force. Preachy therapy speak, empathy circles of course. Oh, Alex Kurtzman, you ruined Star Trek, woke Trek forever, what a pathetic wreck. Barefoot captains, pajama queens on the bridge, cadets fat and whiny, playing high school gigs. EA checklist, virtue signaling lectures, Forescape pandering, feelings over vectors. You hate the show, you hate the fans, you hate the dream. Starfleet Academy, more like a bad fever dream. Beat me the hell out of here, Scotty, I'm done. Writing's cringeworthy, dialogue preachy and lame. Juvenile jokes fall flat, embarrassing shame. Grainy visuals, cheap effects, sound mix from hell. Low butchered cannon trash, nostalgia bait smell. Pacing's garbage, unearned tears, forced drama galore. Teen soap on Nickelodeon, worship, tank charts dropping like red shirts in a fight. Low scores ain't bombing, fans just saw the light. Ruined Discovery, Picard, strange new worlds too. Lower decks tried, but you poisoned that crew. Turned hope and expiration into leftist lecture halls. Discipline's oppression, men are useless, women got balls. Over-reliance on Easter eggs, desperate and sloppy, no fresh ideas, just reckon what's copy. Kurtzman, your secret hideout, king of the con. You don't get Trek, you hate it, and it's gone. Oh, Alex Kurtzman, you ruined Star Trek, woke track forever, what a pathetic wreck. Barefoot captains, pajama queens on the bridge, cadets fat and whining, playing high school gigs. EA checklist, virtue signaling lectures, Forescape pandering, feelings over vectors. You wrote the epitaph, killed the best franchise alive, Starfleet Academy, proof the dream don't survive. Beam me the hell out of here, Scotty, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. So skip this trash, real fans, let it die in the dark. Kurtzman, take your woke coat and shove it where it sparks. Star Trek was bold, it was hope, it was true. Now it's your tombstone, and we're laughing at you. God rest the franchise. You murdered it, you prick. In transmission.
That one just kind of cuts off. In Suno, when you're making songs, you want to make sure that you tell it to make it like 6 or 7 minutes. If it makes the song and you put in too many lyrics and it tries to make the song longer than 8 minutes, it just cuts off at 8 minutes. So then you have to go back and fix an ending on it or something. So anyway, I've got about 4 of them that way. They're great songs, but they ended up being too long for the format, and so I ended up, they just cut off at the end instead of ending out nicely. All right, so welcome back. This is the second half of the Sights and Sounds of Earth. My name's Ian, live from Starship Studios in Southwest Florida, and we are live every night, just about every night, unless there's a disaster at my work or something, or I'm not feeling well. Other than that, I'm here every night for the Sights and Sounds of Earth on Starship Adventures on YouTube, broadcasting worldwide. I don't know why all the cameras aren't working right tonight, but normally you would see 4 different views of the studio there. And so I got to work on this. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, it's good enough. You guys can see what's going on in here. We have a total of 10 computers in here. We can broadcast 9 live streams. We're starting to switch systems over from Windows to Linux. We've got the first Linux system up, and it just went 30 days online. Linux right here, this system, doing the ham clock and pile-up radio, which is all my music playing over there on Starship After Dark, the backup channel. It's been playing for 30 days straight. Never reset it, never nothing. 30 days straight. Windows, when I put something up on Windows, within 2 or 3 days, it's crashed. So we're going to be switching some of these systems over to Linux because I need something that's more stable. And so there you go. I don't know what's going on with the hot tub scene up there, but I know it's going to be legal because that's broadcast television. All right. So anyway, let's get back to the main grid here. Upper left, we've got the front of Nancy Guthery's home. Upper right, we've got Portland in front of the ice facility there. There's not much going on, but there is activity there. So I've got that up. It's the only view I can find. Upper center, rolling different cameras around the city of New York, where we've got the blizzards finally starting to let up there, and we're starting to see how much snow has fallen. Upper right, that's from Lapland, up in the Arctic Circle, and that is live shots of the Aurora borealis that is happening right now up in the Arctic Circle. And then right above me here, we've got 4 more shots of New York, and those are live. And you can see quite a bit of snow on the ground. And this is a live shot over here of Radar Omega, and this is rolling here. And you can see that we basically have just the last of this snow here, and this is all effect snow. This is all coming off of these lakes. You can see this. This is all lake effect snow. Yep, see that? That's lake effect. That's lake effect. You can kind of see it if you look. And so then down here, we've got what looks to be some actual heavier snow here on the back side of this thing. We do have a camera here in Johnson City where it's 13 degrees right now in Irwin, Tennessee. And it looks like the camera has gone out at that location. Figures. We've got a few here. 28 degrees currently in Knoxville, Tennessee. Knoxville, where it looks like, well, it's hard to tell what it's doing in Knoxville, but there it is. That's a live shot. There's a live shot of Knoxville, Tennessee. Every time I see this shot, I expect the monorail from Disney to come by, but it never does. All right, and let's see. There's a couple more down here. All right, and that one's, yeah, there we go. Yep, it's definitely not snowing there. So definitely not snowing there. So that's the back side of this thing. The main system is sitting up here. You can see it's sitting right about there. And the whole thing's going to move off in this direction here. And it will pull a lot of this. It'll fetch a lot of this and take it with it coming back here. All right, so that's basically what we've got going on there. Have I seen the Baofeng AR-152 Pro? No, I haven't. But I'm going to take a look. I know, Mama. I was just saying that. That's a lot. Oh, okay. I saw one of those. I picked it up and held it at the Ham Fest. I thought it was kind of cool looking, kind of goofy looking, kind of cool looking. The AR-152 Pro, they're still a little expensive, but they're supposed to be very rugged. But yeah, that's a huge ass battery. Um, that's a huge ass battery here. Let me see if I can put this up for you guys. Hi, Mama. Yeah, I'm a little busy, but hi, what's up? Yeah, here's the one he's talking about right here, and it's a tall thing. It's got a huge battery on it, and this is great if you're going to be out in the woods for days. It's got the standard, and it's got a tactical antenna. It's got the battery, direct battery charging. Looks like it's app programmable, which is nice. That means you can put an app in your phone and you can program it with your phone. And yeah, it's got 1,000 channels. What's the wattage on it? Let's see here. It's either probably 8 or 10 watts. I always hate when they don't they're not forthcoming with the wattage. That usually means it's 5 watts. Is it that big a deal? No. You can the difference. No, there it is. It's 10 watts, high, medium, low. Output 10 watts, high, medium, low. Tri-power switching. Built-in GPS function, frequency duplication. Frequency duplication is neat because that means you tell your buddy to key up his radio, you hit the duplication button, and it finds his frequency. It's pretty cool. But I don't know. I wouldn't buy, if it was me, I don't know. I really like the UV32, and I really like the UV25. Those are kind of my two go-to radios right now. I saw one of these. I thought it looked pretty cool. It's kind of weird looking. It's neat. I guarantee you that's the biggest battery I've seen on a portable. So yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, this is Kitty giving kisses. That's what she does. Isn't that right, Mama? I don't know if they can hear you purring over the microphone. This is all she does. Purr, purr, purr. All right, so that's a good radio, I'm sure. Baofeng really getting into they're really getting into the tactical type radios, the more rugged commercial style radios. I'm liking that. If they had it in red, it would help me with my decision. Mama Bleep, what's wrong, Mama Bleep? I did buy this on the up there. These are called signal sticks, and this does really, really well. I know it's hard to see what I'm holding. It's a very thin wire antenna. Mama, I'm trying to show him something, and you're making it really difficult. You can see there, it screws right into the top of my portable radio. It's got like a little ball on the end of it there, you can see. And it's pretty tall. It's a little taller than like a half wave for 2 meter. It's a little longer than that. You put this on your portable, you can really do a lot better than a stock antenna. However, I'm going to tell you, I've done a lot of testing with these tactical antennas and these tall antennas and stuff, and a lot of them don't give you any advantage at all over the factory antenna, but these signal sticks do. And so I finally bought one. I like them, and I bought a red one, of course. Oh, There you go. Yep. I'll tell you, these radios are great. If I had a buddy and we went out fishing or went out in different boats or something, I would definitely have me a couple of these Baofeng radios, and I would have a nice antenna, and I'd hook them up to the antenna with the adapter, and I would be able to talk to my buddies out there anywhere on the lake. That's for sure. Probably use GMRS, and just go to town. Unless we're both hams, then I would use probably 2 meter. But if not, then the GMRS will work. Mama, you're crazy. What are you doing? She knows just how to be cute. She rolls her head upside down and she blinks her eyes at me. It's like, oh my Lord. It's like cats are kind of trained with what they have to do to get out of the pet store and into a home. Okay, today we're gonna learn how again to look cute. You gotta look really cute. That's what it's all about. All right, I hope that I do want to show you one thing here. This is the Aurora forecast. There's actually a chance now you could see the Aurora. As you can see there, it's getting a lot bigger in Lapland. Upper right, you can see that right there in Lapland, and it's getting stronger out there. Here's the current. What we see right now currently out there, and this has dipped into Wisconsin, northern Michigan, northern Minnesota. Could possibly see this thing. Either northern Maine in a dark sky location, you might be able to see some aurora off to your north. I know folks up there get to see these quite a bit, so it's not that big a deal. But yeah, there you go. So there is a chance of aurora in the northern couple of states up there, and then of course across Canada, and probably even areas north of Anchorage. You can see here as this area becomes dark out here in the next hour, you may be able to look north from Anchorage and actually see the aurora from there as well. So that's pretty cool. And as we know, that's the aurora borealis, and remember they call it that. You've got the aurora borealis. Does anybody know what the southern aurora is called? There's a little quiz for you. The southern aurora. All right, I'll tell you, it's easy. It's called Aurora Australis. And then the ones that happen right at the poles are Aurora Polaris. And so there's 3 kinds. And what we normally see here, when we see them here, of course, is the Aurora Borealis, which is the northern lights. The southern lights are the Aurora Australis. So there you go. You can use that around the water cooler tomorrow when you're trying to look smart. That's what I do. I learn a quick fact and then find a way to interject it into a conversation. No, I'm just kidding. Well, no, I actually do that every now and then. But anyway, the point is it's a good one. It's a good one. Isn't it, Mom Kitty? Yeah. She loves when I hold her. Look at her. She just buries her head. You see that? It's pathetic. Mama Kitty. Oh, she loves this. She's kneading with both her paws and she's drooling all at the same time. Kneading, drooling, whatever. All right, so that's what we got going on. Yes, and for those that asked earlier, again, the issues at work have resolved themselves. We're still dealing with some breaking in of the new equipment and stuff and getting things set up. But yeah, pretty much things are doing well at the station right now. And we're well on track to have everything up completely and working well in the next week or so. Moving all these radio stations and all these TV stations and all these print medias and everything has been, I think, a little bit more of a bitch than everybody was expecting. And then, of course, we had a big piece of equipment fail us, and it took a lot to do to get that back up again. Isn't that right, Mom Kitty? I wish you could hear her purring. She literally just purrs like crazy. Did you guys hear that? Yeah, she is. She's adorable. She's my little girl. I don't know what I'm going to do when she goes away. Yeah. Her health is not the best. I hope to get 3 or 4 more years out of her. I want to see if they can hear you purring. She purrs like a madman. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, you looked at the camera finally. Well, that's cool. I need to put something over there so she'll look at the camera. She doesn't realize, there's no way to explain to a cat that that's a camera. I don't remember a song with the word sunshine like that. I don't. Um, okay, well, I can probably go back and find that show because of the last few months. I know which one you're talking about. That was a big show. I can go back and listen to it, but they all should be in that file. Have you gone through the file and listened to them? There's only like 50 songs, 45 songs. Just download them and listen to them. You'll find it. Um, Best song I ever did. How could you possibly forget? I don't know. You could hear that purring. I was wondering if you guys could hear it. Well, there you go, Deploribus. There's the rest of the story. Borealis is named after the Greek god Boreas, meaning north god. And that makes very much sense to the whole thing. Could you imagine back then being in a place like Florida where you never see the northern lights and then suddenly all of a sudden you see them? It would probably be pretty interesting and a little scary. I can only imagine. All right. All right, guys, I'm coming up on 2 hours. Is there anything else we could talk about? I don't know. Let me, just for shits, I'm going to type some of those keywords in here. I don't know. I've made so many songs. They're all playing over on Starship After Dark, too. Yeah, that her purring sounds a lot like AOC's boyfriend snoring. You're absolutely correct. Boy, there's a mess in Mexico right now. The cartels are in trouble. They're starving. Trump has shut off their money supply. Trump has shut off the gravy train. He's making it difficult for them to smuggle people. He's making it difficult for them to smuggle drugs. He's shutting down all the tunnels and all the bullshit, and that's created an imbalance down in Mexico where the cartels were keeping everything going with all this illegal money that was coming from the United States. Well, that's all suddenly stopped now. And so the cartels have become complete assholes, and now the cops have moved in. Apparently, the cops went to serve a search warrant earlier, and the cops got out with their pistolas, and apparently the bad guys started shooting at them with RPGs. Okay, so there's no bullshit. Even the local police are outgunned and outmatched by these cartels. And it's crazy. We've got a number of Americans that are trapped down there in Puerto Vallarta. Puerto Vallarta. And anybody that knows the Love Boat knows that that's where they used to always go, was Puerto Vallarta. And what was the other one? There was 2 places they were always going. It was Puerto Vallarta and Oh, I can't think of the name of the other one. But every trip, those were the two places they were going. And then, of course, over here on this side, it's Cozumel and Cancun. And on the other side of Mexico, it's those over there. And so there's a bunch of other ones too. But these are places where you can go and be safe. Well, anyway, they're trapped in hotels and inside places right now. And they can't get back to the airport. They can't fly out. There's no flights in or out till at least Thursday. And the nation, the United States federal government is looking at this right now as a potential problem. Our people are trapped there, and they're looking at what it's going to take to get them out. They were simply down in Cozumel. They rented a room. They took a trip. Their travel agent talked them into this bullshit. And they get down there, and what do you think's going on? Well, they're right slap dab in the middle of the next revolution or the next constitutional crisis or whatever you want to call it that they're having there, a civil war that's going on inside Mexico. And we've got Americans there, United States citizens that we cannot get out right now. And so now we're looking at possibly using military assets to airlift those people out. Which I would be all for if that's what we have to do. Yeah, dispatch, I don't know. If you can give me some of the lyrics, I can try to find it, but it's nothing I'm going to be able to do right this minute, but I will find it for you. Comics and robotics. We do that. Every now and then we do that. I have a really high noise floor here. So a lot of times we do that kind of stuff when I'm out and about or when I'm up at the cabin. Yeah, Cancun and Cozumel. Those are the two big ones over here on the Yucatan Peninsula. All right, so anyway, where are we at here? Boop-a-doop-a-doop. Let me see what else we got. Make sure we've got everything covered here. More Epstein files. Every time people go through these Epstein files, more and more people are getting in trouble now. You guys know even part of the royal family has now been arrested for what's been going on. It's about time head's starting to roll here finally. It's about time. I'm glad to see that coming. I love when the cat scratches itself and causes something else to move on the table, and then it looks at the thing that's moving like, why are you moving? Anyway, all right. Yeah, I mean, I think these places would be cool, but I'm a homebody. I'm good here. There's so many, I don't have enough life left in me to see all the beautiful places in the United States of America. I don't need to go anywhere else. And if I do need to go somewhere else, I'll probably go to Canada second. And if I had to pick a third country, it would probably be the UK. But I really don't care to go anywhere. I'm fine here. I don't even carry a passport. I don't need one. I'm not going anywhere. Not planning on it. If we get this channel to the point that I'm traveling, it'll be in the United States. I'm gonna go to all 50 states. I'm gonna travel all around. But my entire tour is gonna be Americana. It's all about what makes America great, and I'm not looking to go to any other countries. It's just not something I care about. Not something I really care about. See, there, and that protest there was nobody even out there, and they went live for like 30 minutes, and now they've gone off. So there you go. All right, guys, we're at 2 hours. Last call for the chat room. I'm going to keep looking. And then I'm going to play a few songs on the way out. Dispatch, you got my email address. Send me what you find. Send me some of the lyrics, maybe, and I can try to find it from that. No deploribus, but if I'm doing well enough that I can travel the 48 contiguous, I will fly to those last two states to get them done. I do want to see Alaska. I actually want to see Alaska more than Hawaii, but I do want to see Hawaii. I want to see the volcano. I want to see the different beaches and the different sands and things. Lots of scientific stuff I want to do out there. Hawaii's neat because you can actually visit 2 or 3 different climates in about 4 hours. California is kind of like that too, but it even California, you can snow ski in the morning, and then you drive 3 hours and you can go surfing on the beach in the afternoon. For someone in Florida like me, I think that's pretty damn cool. Yes, please share and subscribe. Thanks, Heath. These guys have to keep an eye on me because I'm not good at begging. But yeah, please hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Everything I do on this channel is live and hosted. So if you hit the notification bell, it's either a live hosted show or it's original content that I'm releasing for the first time. Yeah, Hawaii's a beautiful place. Good night, America, and around the world. From the high desert, the kingdom of Nye. Yep. I think it's neat when you see multiple climates in a small space. To me, it's a neat scientific phenomenon. Yeah. I think it's really cool. I wish I could take us out with Midnight in the Desert. I would do it tonight. I'm feeling really Art Bell nostalgic tonight. I miss that man. I'd play it, but I get in trouble. Midnight in the Desert is a song that was written for Art Bell by a professional singer. And it's a really good song. Yep. All right, everybody. I guess don't forget Coast to Coast is on tonight at 1 o'clock on over 600 or 700 stations nationwide and worldwide. And catch that on your local talk radio station. I know most of the Premier and Fox affiliates carry it. Yep. I hope you guys all have a good one. And dispatch, if you just send me, if you find something, send me that. Remind me in an email. And I'll try to help you find it. I'll see if I can go back and search the lyrics or something. I'll try to figure it out. But it should be on that drive as well. It should be on there. All right. All right. I guess that's going to be it, guys. I'm going to play some music on the way out. I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. It's been my pleasure to be your host this evening. I love doing this. I think that it's a lot of fun. And it's great to be able to spend the evening with you guys and to talk about what's going on and everything else. Yeah, there you go. Yep, Coast to Coast AM. It was originally the Art Bell Show. And then he sold it to Premier. It became Coast to Coast AM. And then when he kind of quasi-retired, they brought in George Norrie to do the weeks, and he did the weekends. Yeah. Well, thank you, Jungle. I appreciate that. I really do. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. It's been a wonderful evening. Here comes Mama to say goodnight. Say goodnight, Mama Kitty. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern, again, for another episode here of the Sights and Sounds of Earth. My name is Ian, and we're going to be signing off from Southwest Florida tonight. I hope everybody enjoys it. There will be about 10 minutes of music here, so you can go ahead and say goodbye to everybody in the chat room without being rushed. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. This is Starship Adventures, the Sights and Sounds of Earth.
Another doomsday sermon from the left-wing choir, global warming. Just the latest cold hit. Let's rock the truth. Your lefties scream the sky is falling, ice caps melting fast. Arctic on by 2014. Kiss my ass, that didn't last. Ice is piling up now, thicker than your lies. Miami streets flooding, dry as bone under Florida skies. Back in 75, you preached a coming ice age freeze. Global cool and doom, now that's a real disease. But temps went up, your predictions bombed. Just like Y2K, planes crashing, all coming bombed. It's all a hoax, a money grab, fear to fill their banks. Blind obedience to the code. Thanks, but no thanks. Global warming hoax, the left's deranged religion, screaming end of days. But it's all fiction. Pour more cash in, fix the planet's pain. But none of it happened. Again and again, you worship at the altar of climate change lies, debunked and disproven. Open your eyes, it's a cult of doom. Lefties on the knees, global warming hoax, set us free. Ozone hole apocalypse, skin cancer epidemic scare. CFC's killing us all, treaty fixed it, but who cares? Acid rain melting forests, crops dying in the field. Regulations came and poof, your doom was healed. Over population collapse, billions starving dead. Green revolution saved us, off with your head. Peak oil by 2000, energy crash and burn. Tech drill deeper your facts, we overturn. Strong worded truth, you're fixated on the end. Doomsday addicts, money's your best friend. Global warming hoax, the left's deranged religion, screaming end of days. But it's all fiction. Pour more cash in, fix the planet's pain. But none of it happened. Again and again, you worship at the altar of climate change lies, debunked and disproven. Open your eyes, it's a cult of doom. Lefties on their knees, global warming hoax, set us free. Heavier than air flight, impossible, you said. Right brothers laughed. Haley's comet cyanide, panic for nothing, what a gaffe. Nuclear meltdowns everywhere, ulcers from stress alone. Bacteria busted that myth, left you on your throne. Famines in the 70s, society crumbling down. Innovation crushed your fears, wear that clown crown. Blind faith in science fiction, never proven right. Global warming code. Left's doomsday fixation, debunked every time. Global warming hoax, rock on, truth, fade to black.
From the heartland farms to the city lights, watching our freedom slip away in the night. But we ain't going down without a fight. God bless America. Woke up this morning to the news on the screen. Leftist extremists pushing their commie dream. They want free handouts, government control, tear down the borders, sell out our souls. Socialist policies creeping in slow, like universal health care stealing our dough. College campuses teaching Marx in the class, normalizing the red, turning freedom to ash. They cancel the brave, silence the free, while big tech censors what we can see. We're losing our country to the communist tide, but Donald Trump's fighting, standing with pride, pushing back the hordes, the socialist wave, for the land of the free and the home of the brave. We gotta fight for freedom. Raise up your voice. No more surrender. We got no choice. Stars and stripes forever. We'll hold the line. God bless America. One more time. In Minnesota, the fraud runs deep and wide. Somalis and others stealing billions with pride. Daycare scams, home health hustles galore. Hundreds of billions vanishing through the door. Corrupt officials looking the other way, while taxpayers bleed night and day. It's happening elsewhere from coast to coast. Immigrant networks bragging the most. Left-wing media skewing every fact, calling it progress, but it's a commie pact. Widespread election fraud, ballots in the dark, dead folks voting, leaving their mark. Mail-in madness, machines gonna rise, stealing the voice of you and I. They normalize socialism on every show, from Hollywood stars to the evening glow. Green New Deals crushing our jobs with might, electric mandates stealing our right. Price controls on food, rent caps on homes, turning us all into government drones. Extremist leftists marching in the street, Antifa riots burning to the beat. To fund the police, let chaos reign, while they preach equality, hiding their gains. School boards pushing gender games on the young, indoctrinating with songs unsung. Big government bailouts for their elite friends. For small town America meets bitter ends, but Trump's terrorists bite back at the cheek, bringing jobs home. Standing on his feet, we're losing our country to the communist tide, but Donald Trump's fighting, standing with pride, pushing back the hordes, the socialist wave, for the land of the free and the home of the brave. We gotta fight for freedom. Raise up your voice. No more surrender. We got no choice. Stars and stripes forever. We'll hold the line. God bless America. One more time. So grab your boots, lock and load your will. Fight for the freedom on every hill. Trump's leading the charge. We follow his call. America rises. We won't let her fall. God bless the USA. Yeah. Fight on. Hey.
squares to the digital streets. We got one sacred right that nobody defeats. It's the fire in our veins, the roar in our soul, freedom of speech, making America whole. Listen up, brothers and sisters, gather round the flame. The First Amendment's calling, shouting out our name. Congress shall make no law. That's the promise we hold. No chains on our words, no stories left untold. Religion free to worship, no state telling you how. Assemble in the streets, petition right here and now. Press running wild and fearless, speaking truth to the throne. And every single voice gets to stand on its own. Freedom of speech, let it ring out loud and clear. The First Amendment standing tall year after year. We won't be silenced, we won't be muzzled or tamed. This Constitution's our shield, forever untamed. Yeah. From the mountains to the prairies, from sea to shining sea, we defend this sacred right. It's what sets us free. God bless the USA, where the truth can still be told. Freedom of speech, forever, bold, brave, and bold. Five pillars standing strong, holding up the sky. Religion, speech, press, assembly, petition. That's why no government boot on our neck, no overreach inside. The founders wrote it ironclad to keep the power right. They knew tyrants would come, try to twist and control. But these words in the parchment protect every soul. From the farmer in the field to the factory hand, your voice is your weapon across this blessed land. Freedom of speech, let it ring out loud and clear. The First Amendment standing tall year after year. We won't be silenced, we won't be muzzled or tamed. This Constitution's our shield, forever untamed. Yeah, yeah. From the mountains to the prairies, from sea to shining sea, we defend this sacred right. It's what sets us free. God bless the USA, where the truth can still be told. Freedom of speech, forever, bold, brave, and bold. They try to cancel, they try to shadow ban, label hate speech, but they don't understand. Big tech, big government colluding in the dark, but we got the First Amendment lighting up the spark. No law can gag the preacher, no rule can hush the crowd, no censor can drown the patriot shouting proud. This ain't just paper, it's blood, sweat, and fight. The heartbeat of liberty burning through the night. So raise your voice high when the storm winds blow. Defend the right to speak, let the whole world of speech. Forever bold. Yeah. That's the sound of liberty ringing. First Amendment strong. America forever. God bless the USA.
All right, everybody, that does it for tonight. This is Starship Adventures, broadcasting live from North Fort Myers, Florida. This concludes our broadcast day. It's been my pleasure to be your host this evening, and I hope you join us again tomorrow night at 9:30 or 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern for the sights and sounds of Earth right here on Starship Adventures. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a good evening. Have a safe tomorrow. 7 3s. KO4 EFS, clear frequency. QSY. Good night, everybody.